Hi students, how are you? Today I going to explain golden points related to the androecium structure. So see first point. So the nymphia petals. So nymphia. So in nymphia plant, petal-like stamens. Petal-like stamens is present in the nymphia plant. And generally, how many pollen sacs is present in one anther lobe? One anther lobe contains two pollen sacs. But at maturity, the two pollen sacs fuse together and it contains a single pollen sac. So young anther contains 4 pollen sacs, but mature anther contains 2 pollen sacs. Why it contains 2 pollen sacs? Because one anther lobe contains 2 pollen sacs. That 2 pollen sacs fuse together and finally it leads to the formation of single pollen sac. So that is the second point. And monothecous anthers. Generally, you studied that is bithecous anthers, and I given some examples also about monothecous anthers. So bithecous anthers means 2 anther lobes is present. That kind of anthers is called bithecous anthers. Okay, generally most of the plants having a bithecous anthers. But monothecous anther means single lobe is present in the anther. That kind of the anthers is called monothecous anthers. So monothecous anthers, example, moringa. Do you know moringa? Moringa means drumsticks, using in sambar. Wolffia. So this is the smallest angiosperm and parasitic plant. Then malvaceae. So malvaceae also contains monothecous anthers. Okay. Then in Arcithobium. So Arcithobium, I give an example related to the Arcithobium. So Arcithobium plant contains exothecium. Fibrous thickenings is present in the Arcithobium plant, that is called exothecium. So in Arcithobium, 1 microsporangium is present. So generally how many microsporangium is present in any kind of anther? 4 microsporangium is present in any kind of any plant. So most of the plants contains 4 microsporangium. But this Arcithobium contains 1 microsporangium. 1 microsporangium is present in the Arcithobium. Okay, then Arcithobium is the smallest leafless parasitic plant. So see here, Wolffia is a smallest angiosperm. Then this is Arcithobium is a smallest leafless parasitic plant. Okay, then in initial stage, all microspores are attached together with the help of the polysaccharide. That polysaccharide is called callose layer. All in initial stage, young stage, all the microspores are attached together with the help of the polysaccharide. That polysaccharide is called callose. C-A-L-L-O-S-E, callose layer. So this callose layer is digested, degraded at maturity. So during the maturation of the anther, this callose layer is digested or degraded by the enzyme. That enzyme name is called callase. Callose is digested by the callose is digested into the monosaccharides by the enzyme callase. Callase enzyme digests the callose and callose is digested by the callase enzyme. So callase digests the callose. Callose is converted into the monosaccharides. Okay, so this is in initial stage all microspores attached with the callose layer. Tapetum secretes one enzyme. That enzyme name is callase enzyme. This callase enzyme digests the callose into the monosaccharides. Okay, so after digestion of the callose by the callase enzyme, all the pollen grains are separated from each other at maturity time. Okay, stomium. Stomium means in anther where callase bands is absent and fibrous thickenings is also absent. Fibrous thickenings and callose bands is absent in which area? That particular area is called stomium. Okay, stomium means callose bands is absent and fibrous thickenings is also absent in the anther. That particular location is called stomium. Okay, so already you know that tapetum will provide nutrition to the microspore mother cell. But how the tapetum get the nutrition? So tapetum get the nutrition from the middle layer. So middle layer provide nutrition to the tapetum cells. Again, that tapetum cells will provide nutrition to the microspore mother cells. Okay, so primary sporogenous cells. So primary sporogenous cells is present in the anther. That primary sporogenous cells divided by the mitosis. After that, this primary sporogenous cells, they will produce as the sporogenous tissue. Okay, so sporogenous tissue is produced by the primary sporogenous cells. The primary sporogenous cells, this cells is there, primary sporogenous cells. So this cells is divided by the mitosis. After division, it will produce as the sporogenous tissue. Okay, so this is the some points, 10 points I presented here. So I will explain remaining points also related to the androecium. Students, see here polyspory. So polyspory means in some plants more than four pollen grains produced. That kind of condition is called polyspory. Example for polyspory, cuscuta. Okay, so this is exemption for the meiosis. Exemption for the meiosis, that is the polyspory. Generally 4 pollen grains produced during the meiosis, but in some cases more than 4 pollen grains is produced. Okay, so that is example for that polyspory. Example cuscuta. So it will produce as more than 4 pollen grains. Okay, then another one is Cyperaceae. So Cyperaceae family is also exemption for the that is normal pollen grain formation. So normally during the meiosis 4 pollen grains is produced. Okay, but in Cyperaceae family 1 functional pollen grain only produced. Only 1 functional pollen grain produced during the Cyperaceae family. So example for this, Cyperus. Okay, so the Cyperus or Cyperaceae family will produce as only 1 pollen grain during the meiosis. Normal meiosis will produce as 4 pollen grains, but in Cyperaceae family only 1 functional pollen grain is produced. So this is the exemptions for the meiosis of the pollen grains. Then largest pollen grain present in the Mirabilis plant. Mirabilis plant contains largest pollen grain, and smallest pollen is present in the Myosotis. Myosotis. Myosotis plant contains smallest pollen. Okay, and the longest pollen it is present in the Zostera. Zostera, otherwise filiform pollen. Okay, Zostera, it is longest pollen is present in the Zostera. Zostera means already you studied. So where you studied about Zostera? Zostera is an example for the hypohydrophily. So Zostera, it is also called marine grass. Okay, then study of pollen grain, that is called palynology. Palynology. Okay, palynology. So tricolpate. Tricolpate means generally the pollen grain of the dicots contains 3 germ pores. So that is called tricolpate. And another one is called monocolpate. Monocolpate means only 1 germ pore is present in the monocots. So monocot pollen grain contains only 1 germ pore, that is called monocolpate. And pollen kit. Pollen kit will produce as the oily substance. The oily substance, it will protect the pollen grains from the UV rays. Again, it is present in yellow in color. So the yellow color present in the pollen kit, that yellow color responsible for the attraction of the insects. And the pollen kit, it is responsible for attachment of pollen grain to the insect body. Okay, then longest pollen tube. Where the longest pollen tube is present? So the longest pollen tube, it is present in the G maze. So the G maze contains the longest pollen tube. Longest pollen tube is present in the G maze. So this is the golden points about androecium structure. Students, if you like my video, share this video to your friends and subscribe my channel. And if you like the video, click the like button. And if you have any doubts, comment in comment section. I will reply. Otherwise, I will clarify your doubts in the coming videos. Thank you very much for watching my channel. So I will meet in next video with another topic, that is gynoecium structure and female reproductive structure or gynoecium.